What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video here. Gonna do more on the crew cab, trying to get it put back together. So let me show you what we're gonna do today. So we've got the interior panels all pulled off the doors. So we gotta plug the mirrors back in, and then while they're pulled off, I'm actually gonna put sound deadening on the outer skin and as well on the inner skin through here. So let's get started, and I'll show you what product I'm using and explain to you guys a little bit how I'm going to do it, and we will get it all buttoned up. Alright, so the product I'm using is right here. It's by Noiko. It's 80 mil. There's 36 square feet in here. I'm blanking on the cost right now. I'll put it on the screen right now because I actually bought this almost 2 years ago when I did the interior. So I used this stuff on the floor of the interior and up the back wall and the firewall, and I saved some of it to do the door panels. So it's just, it's very simple. You just unstick it, put it on, and then you use this kind of rolling tool to roll it on there. I'm not going to link this tool because I don't like it at all. You roll it and the screw comes undone. You have to keep tightening it. So just find a different one on Amazon. But I will put a link to this stuff. I got it off Amazon, so it was free shipping, and I'm very impressed with how it works. So let me explain to you guys another thing about doing some of this sound deadening stuff that I think is a misconception that I see a lot. So when you're using this type of sound deadening, it's not essential that you cover every square foot of metal with this stuff, okay? So there's two sources of sound in a vehicle, especially an old vehicle that's all metal. The first source is noise, is the engine, the exhaust noise that comes into the cab. The second source is vibration. So when you have large pieces of metal, that vibration causes a lot of noise. So in an older truck like this, the noise from the vibration is much greater than the noise from just noise coming in the cab. So my approach to doing this sound deadening has not been to cover every square foot. It's been to cover as much of the big planes of metal that I can to limit vibration of those larger pieces of metal. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to snake a nice, probably a full 2x1 sheet back in here, roll that on. Then I'll probably put a sheet right up here and a piece here and maybe a little piece here. But I'm not going to cover the whole thing because, again, that's probably not the majority of the source of noise in the truck. So I'm going to do that to this door. I'll show you doing this door, and then after that's done, I'll just go ahead and do the other doors by myself and show you guys the finished product. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is measure how big a piece we can fit in here. Looks like we'll be fine going 1 inch tall, but I'm going to see if we can fit a full 2-footer, which I believe we can, at least on the front doors. Oh yeah. So we're going to do a full 2-foot by 1-foot piece. So actually these sheets, let me show you. These sheets are not 1 by 2. They're actually 30 by 20 here. So we can fit a full 30. So I think what I'm going to do is cut this in half, put one in each door, and then that'll work well. So I took that 30-inch long piece and actually cut it into 3. Because you can see they've, you know, this isn't much, but they got little pieces from the factory. So what I'm going to do is stick 1 square up here, 1 square kind of down here below those factory ones, and then 1 square over here, just to kind of disperse them a little bit. Okay, then you just get your little roller tool. Like I said, this tool is not very good because that screw that holds it on there just loosens up. Okay, that one's on there. So you'll probably notice, and some of you may wish I would do this, but I'm not going to do any pre-test, post-test sound, you know, with a decibel meter or whatever. I have this stuff. I'm going to use it either way, whether it works or not. I've used it on the floor and it worked. So I'm just going to do it. If you want to see a good video on sound deadening one of these trucks, I'll put a link right now above. Tyler Ovens at Ovens Garage did this stuff. He did some mass backing. He went all out and did testing with pre-test, post-test decibel meter. So I'll put a link to that above. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing on this truck. I should also mention now that the panels are already off. If you don't know how to take those off or want to see that done, I'll link a video above right now of when I tore down the cab to get it ready for paint, and I show you how to take those panels off. Okay, so I put those 3 pieces on the inside. I put one here, one here. Like I said, the goal is to put it on any large pieces of metal. And I didn't show this before, but it definitely sounds much more quiet and much more solid when you shut the door. So that's all I'm going to do here right now. And if I have any extra left over, I'll come back and put more. But I'm going to move to the other doors and do those, and then I'll talk to you guys when I get that done and see if we need to put any extra on here if I have any. Alright guys, I got all the doors done. I still have quite a bit left over, but I think I'm going to save this and just see how I like this. You know, I kind of went pretty minimal just to see, you know, how it is. It's not hard to pull the door panels off and put more on if I want. So we'll just test it out like this and see if I like it. And if I feel like it, you know, mainly I'm more worried about like the door sounding flimsy or rattly when I shut it. So hopefully it takes care of that. If not, I'll add some more later on. But for right now, that's all we're going to do. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I really like this stuff. Super easy to apply. Really not expensive compared to some of the actual competition type sound deadener. But give it a try if you want. I endorse it, I guess. I'm not getting paid to say that. But hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Hey guys, I just wanted to add this little clip into this video. This is actually the next day. I drove the truck to work today, and even that little bit of sound deadener in the doors made a huge difference, especially shutting the door, getting out, shutting the driver door. Whether you're inside or outside, it just doesn't sound as loud and clanky. So if you thought I didn't put enough in there, it was enough to at least make a difference. Yeah, I could have put more, but I'm satisfied with it. So just wanted to give you a little update in this video.